Hello everybody and welcome to my channel Gamalinka TV. With me as your hostess, my name is Galina and my channel is about places I like to visit. And today I'm visiting Cape Canaveral in Florida to see the SpaceX rocket launch and to visit Kennedy Space Center. Right now we're in Cocoa Beach. We're staying in La Quinta. It's on Cocoa Beach directly, and we have this beautiful ocean view I'll show you in a moment. And after that I'm going to head down to have some breakfast because I like staying in La Quinta. That's why I like staying in La Quinta, because they have breakfast with waffles here. So I'm gonna go make my waffle, and after breakfast we either gonna go right here on the beach, because they told us you can see the rocket launch from anywhere on the beach, or we might just drive a little closer to it, because right now we're like 13 minutes away from it. We'll see how much time we have. 13 miles away from it, so we can drive a little bit closer to the park, but I don't know if we'll have time, and I don't know how and where. Like right here I know it's from the beach. Over there I don't know if I want to risk it. We'll see. I'll surprise you. I don't know myself. I'll surprise myself too. All right, let's go see that ocean view. You can see it from the window already, probably. No. And here you're not gonna see it from my balcony, but this is the pier they have here. We went on it last night to have dinner. So everybody here has their own balcony, and all windows facing the ocean. And there are 6, I believe, stories, and we're on the 4th floor. And unfortunately, I have this beautiful, gorgeous palm tree blocking the pier. You can see it picking out over there. Oy. Yeah. And over here we have this beautiful deck where you can sit down and have your breakfast. And there's a beautiful water feature, which is very loud. I'm glad I'm high up and not like low, like in front of it, because that was keeping me up at night. It was like very loud, like a very loud refrigerator. And I have a heated pool, and it was lit at night too. It was pretty. All right, now let's go downstairs and have breakfast. See you there. Oh, too much. Okay. Now pour over here. Yeah, gonna stop right there because I overfilled it. Now close and spin. And wait for the countdown. 2 minutes 30 seconds. Okay. I have 2 minutes 30 seconds to wait. Let's get me coffee for right now. And that's my breakfast right here. Countdown from 10 seconds. We'll be doing another countdown soon for the rocket launch. Can't wait. Alright, let's see. What? That's gorgeous. Look at this perfect waffle. Not sticky. Oh, I bent it, ruined it. Goodness, not that easy. Okay. Awesome. And my breakfast is complete. I'm sharing my waffle with the bee. Bees are our friends. So we just had our breakfast. It was very good, and I am here by this beautiful water feature. And you know what else? It wasn't this that I heard up there. It was something else up there that was making that loud humming noise, like a loud refrigerator. It wasn't the fountain or this water feature making that noise. And what else is that this place have their own private walk to the beach. So watch your step over here. Here is the beautiful pool. And again, watch your step. It was so beautiful here last night because the moon was not full, but it was 86% full, so it was bright, and you can see this walk lit in the moonshine, and you could still see some stars too. And I wonder how many stars you can see when there is no moon. I'm not going any further because of this sand. And here is the pier I was talking about. It's not even open yet. It opens at 11. And we were planning on watching the rocket launch from over here. It's gonna be coming from that direction towards us. But now we have time to drive a little closer to it. Such a beautiful day and such a clear sky. No wind, no clouds, no rain. Perfect conditions for the rocket launch. Can't wait, so excited. And this is our hotel. So this part of the hotel is facing the beach directly. That's pretty cool. And this one is kind of like diagonally. Still cool. So yeah, guys, that's a great place to stay. Rocket launch or not, just come visit here. Alright, let's head out. Let's go see the rocket launch. Yay, rocket launch, January the 3rd, which is today, 9:55 a.m. What time is it right now?
Oh, the time is 9:20.
9:20. Okay, do we have time to drive?
Yeah.
Alright, let's hit the road. So we made it to Port Canaveral, and there is a cruise ship, and there is a jetty park over there. And there is a crowd of people over here waiting for the rocket to launch. That's where we're gonna go, or maybe a little over there, out of the way. Let's go. Let's see.
Actually, like moving out. Then one in the back of the cove.
The Disney one.
Started moving. The Disney one had all of its wires on it.
What do you think the kids look like?
They're usually really good. I'm glad they did.
Yeah, it's like a minute off.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to talking. Oh, yes.
That's pretty cool. It's moving so fast. You can tell from the video because it's all blue sky, so there is no like reference. But I have to move my camera all the time, up and up and up. See how fast. Oh yeah, and there is a sound. Where is it? Alright, and so that was our first experience with seeing a rocket to launch. And we saw the booster coming back and hitting the ground, and it made such a loud noise, like explosion, and it kept rolling and rolling. Unfortunately, my camera stopped rolling right before the booster hit the ground. It overheated or something, I don't know, it just stopped recording. So I don't have that for you guys, sorry. But from my own experience, let me tell you that that was as good as a rocket launch. The booster hitting the ground, coming back and hitting the ground, it was just as good as seeing the rocket launch. So, well, that's my first but not last time recording a rocket launch. Since I live in Florida, I can come back whenever they have the next one. So for right now, it's gonna be like this, and it's plenty for the first time. I'm very happy, and I hope that you liked it too. And we'll be going to NASA, I mean not NASA, but Kennedy Visitors Space Center. Not sure if I said those words in the right order, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So by Port Canaveral, and let's go see Kennedy Space Center. See you there. So we made it to Kennedy Space Center. We just need to pay for the entrance, and I can already see the rocket ships. They call this collection of rocket ships Rocket Garden. There are like, I don't know, about 10 of them or something. Can't wait. So what we paid for at the entrance was actually a $10 parking fee. And now we are going to go and purchase tickets over here. Here you can find itinerary of a list of things that are happening today on the premises. And here you can find the prices. And it's not that pricey. So adult is $75 for one-day ticket. So that's going to be $150 for both of us, because my son is considered to be adult, although he is a teenager, but he is over 12 years old. That's adult. That's $75. Okay, let's go pay the piper. I think I'm going to use this self-service tickets place, because they have these rockets here. Their terminals look like rockets, spaceships. So just like it says here, adult ages 12 to 54. So that's both of us. We're gonna have two of these. Okay, great. And confirm. And we got the tickets. 1 and 2. And something else. Oh, that's like a receipt, I think. Yep, that's a receipt. Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex is entirely supported by its visitors. No tax dollars are used to fund the facilities, staff, or operations. Thank you for visiting. And I feel so much better about paying full price for my teenage son now that I know that this money is used for the center, because they're not funded by the taxes. Here is the original countdown clock they used to use for the lunches, and they don't use it anymore. So it rests here, like one of the museum exhibitions, and it shows T-minus 0 hours, 1 minute, 9 seconds. And you can see those spaceships, those rockets sticking out behind it. There is a long line to take a picture with a NASA sphere or globe. we are going to skip this line and go to this memorial. JFK said, "For the eyes of the world now look into space, to the moon and to the planets beyond, and we have vowed that we shall not see it governed by a hostile flag of conquest, but by a banner of freedom and peace." And now we are ready to go inside. See you on the other side. So there is a map to help you to plan your day. I don't know if that is going to help me. I feel lost just by looking at it. It's not helping at all. I think I'll just do random walking around. There you go. All right, we're on the other side. And look at this. That is crazy. Let's go take a closer look. I want to see that rocket ship that is lying down right there. Actually, we might just start with this building here called Heroes and Legends. It looks though like there is a huge line to it. And they still have a Christmas tree because it's only January 3rd right now. I'm just glad it's in the shadow because we don't have our sunblock on.
It's located at the rear of the theater. As a reminder, you can save your friend from the usage of any cell phone or external video lighting. Thank you.
For the real heroes.
I was very impressed with their accomplishments.
I can't imagine ever doing what they do, and it's amazing.
They're all the same type of personalities. You know, they work on, they set goals, they achieve.
You know, this helps human beings, so that's a hit.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
Well, now we know that time today, he's not talking about that. He ran 40 seconds now and counting. All this will go.
Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills.
T-Max 20 seconds and counting.
Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are willing to postpone, and one we continue with.
When I was in fourth and the fifth grade, the Mercury astronauts were flying. Yeah, that was when my dream was really beginning to come alive.
It's like in a movie. That could be a movie set. Oh, photo op. Let's see. Oh, okay, okay. So let's slide. Wait. Photo op. Let's choose this guy. Where's he? Oh, there he is. Oh, this is fun. All right, that was fun. And for our next number, we're gonna go on a bus. Ooh. This is like surreal. And there's another group of people waiting to get inside. Exit to Rocket Garden. Lucas, you want to do the Rocket Garden quick and then go on the tour bus? Yeah. Okay, let's walk in the Rocket Garden. Such a beautiful day. Okay, let's read what this spaceship is. Global television arrives. In 1960, the first live television signal to cross an ocean created an instant sensation and spawned a communication revolution. The signal was bounced off a huge Mylar balloon we called Echo, which was launched into orbit by a Delta rocket in August 1960. So this is the Delta rocket that did that. Thank you, Delta rocket. Very cool. Okay, so you can do the guide. That's nice too. So what is this rocket? That's like my favorite. I want to read about that one. But first, let me check out this one. Chasing the Russian bear. Oh my god. Alright, let's read it quick. Space was just for science fiction fans until the world's first man-made satellite, the USSR Sputnik, beep 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 down at us from orbit. Beep 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 down. At the time, there were many views about the exploration of space. Warhawks imagined the future with orbiting bomb platforms and spies in the sky. Peace doves saw it as the dawn of a new beginning for humankind. Either way, America had to get something in orbit in a hurry if we were to be included in a race that had started without us. Atop a Redstone rocket, the military's two-stage Jupiter was stacked with an added fourth stage. Renamed Juno 1st, the fourth-stage rocket pushed the 11-pound Explorer 1st satellite into orbit on January 31st, 1958. Oh, today is January too. Funny. So, because of Soviet Union putting that Sputnik satellite into orbit, into space, they had to hurry up and do something too. That's funny. It's like, come on, come on, we're late to the party. Investigating history of the ground. No one has ever counted the number of technical challenges we needed to overcome in the infant days of America's space program. Many of the early rockets would leave just a few feet of the launch platforms before falling back and exploding. Wow. As obvious as it seems now, these early features demonstrated the need to hold the bigger rockets on the platform until the liquid fuel engines could build up enough thrust to safely lift off. This hold-down arm is one of 8 of these devices, one under each of the Saturn's 1B fins that held the giant rocket in place during these critical seconds. The entire weight of the rocket was supported by the hold-down arms and secured only by the hooks, painted yellow for easy identification. An explosive release device in each arm was electrically activated when maximum thrust was achieved. The arms also served to hold the rocket in place during transport to the launch pad and in high wind conditions. Yeah. The most powerful liquid-fueled rocket engine ever produced, F1 engine. Oh wow, that's what it is. Most powerful engine ever produced. Nice. Just as nice as this Christmas tree. Okay. Everybody's going inside this building, but we're gonna go to the tour bus right now because it doesn't run all day. It's only till 2:30. So we need to get that out of our way. So after that we can go explore some more buildings. This is cute. All right, cool. Holidays in space. Funny. That's where we're going right now, all the way to the end over there, where it says bus tours. And we're going just the right direction for Milky Way ice cream shop. Perfect. I would love some ice cream. It's so hot here. Nice. International Space Station. That's how many countries either visited it or have something launched to it, like a satellite. So that would be Belgium, Canada, Denmark, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, Netherlands, Norway, Russia, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, United Kingdom, United States. Where's my Ukraine? No Ukraine, huh? Milky Way ice cream shop, I found it. But we have to wait until after the bus tour. And there is another NASA globe right here. Cool. Astronaut training experience, interesting. What am I walking on? And there is Mars rover experience, interesting too. Ooh, Space NASA shop. They probably have a sunblock. We'll check it out after the bus tour. Look at this too. A lady astronaut and a gentleman. So bus tours, bus boarding from 10:30 to 2:30. And right now it's 12:50. And we're gonna stand in this line to the bus. Oh, it's moving. Perfect. Two, please. We are next. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How are you? You wanna? No, I'm sorry. We're good. Thank you very much. Yeah. We opted out of taking a photo. Yeah, we have our own cameras and such. I mean, it's a different kind of photo. It's a souvenir photo, but I don't really care for souvenir photos. You know, they just ended up being a clutter. Yeah.
I'm Emily Calandrelli, and today you'll be following me behind the gates on this exclusive bus tour of Kennedy Space Center. Our journey will take us past active facilities and end at the visitor complex's own Apollo Saturn V Center.
But before we begin this journey, just like every NASA mission, our #1 goal is to return home safely. So always stay seated while the bus is in motion. Please, no food or drinks on the bus with the exception of water. Please keep conversation to a minimum so others may hear and enjoy the tour. No photography is permitted at the security gates, but there will be plenty of photo opportunities during the tour.
This rocket that you'll see standing tall in front of KSC's badging station is the Mercury Redstone rocket. It represents NASA's earliest efforts to send humans into space. These Redstone rockets were formerly ballistic missiles provided to NASA by the U.S. Army. In October of 1958, NASA formally organized Project Mercury with the mission to investigate man's reaction to this new environment and safely recover the capsule and its pilot. Man rating for human spaceflight on what was previously a ballistic missile was no easy task. After several modifications and test flights, a Mercury capsule carrying Ham, a chimpanzee, was successfully launched and recovered on January 31st, 1961. Just months later, on May 5th, astronaut Alan Shepard launched on a Mercury Redstone rocket, becoming the first American in space.
Hi, I'm Janet Petro, and welcome to NASA's John F. Kennedy Space Center, where NASA astronauts have ventured forth on flights of exploration since the 1960s. And what an exciting time to visit our multi-user spaceport. Through our Commercial Crew program, we are sending astronauts to the International Space Station from American soil for the first time since the Space Shuttle program ended in 2011. We're continuing to launch new research experiments and supplies to the space station with our commercial resupply services and launching the most technologically advanced scientific instruments to date into space through our Launch Services program. This all culminates in our ultimate mission, the Artemis program, where NASA will return to the moon, this time with the first woman and first person of color, and continue on to Mars. In all our history, there's been one common theme woven throughout our DNA. It's our insatiable desire to explore beyond our home planet in our never-ending quest to expand our knowledge of the universe. As you venture behind the gates, you'll find a community of the most talented, dedicated, motivated workforce anywhere in the world who believe in the unlimited potential of space exploration. This is an active spaceport where new things are happening every day. You never know what you might see, so enjoy your tour.
You are now approaching the Vehicle Assembly Building, or as NASA calls it, the VAB. It is one of the largest buildings in the world by volume, and is the place where NASA completes the final assembly of its rockets before launch. The sheer scale of this building is hard to grasp, even when you're right next to it.
Do you ever feel really small when you think about space? What about when you're standing next to a skyscraper or a really big bridge? Well, I feel about as small as an ant right now. I'm standing inside the Vehicle Assembly Building trying to grasp how large it really is in here. It has 4 bays. Each bay has 2 large horizontal doors below it and 7 smaller vertically opening doors above it, tall enough to fit the world's largest rocket through. In fact, these are the largest doors in the world.
Construction of the VAB required 65,000 cubic yards of concrete, 45,000 steel beams, 1 million steel bolts amounting to almost 100,000 tons of steel. Notice the flag painted on the outside of the VAB? It's the size of a 21-story building. The blue section alone is the size of an NBA basketball court. Each star is 6 feet across, and each red and white stripe is wide enough for this bus to drive down. And the entire VAB? It's so huge that the Roman Colosseum would fit on the roof with room to spare for a parking lot. By volume, the VAB can fit 3.5 Empire State Buildings, and it would take 250 billion ping pong balls to fill it.
Okay.
In the 1960s, for the Apollo program, every Saturn V rocket that sent humans to the moon was assembled right here. Every space shuttle mission also assembled within these same walls. After the space shuttle program, a major renovation to the inside of this building began to accommodate NASA's next generation of rockets, the Space Launch System, or SLS. Lockheed Martin has developed a capsule called Orion that will sit atop the SLS rocket. This capsule is designed to facilitate human exploration of the moon and eventually Mars.
That's what she said.
But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why, 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
When President John F. Kennedy made this speech in 1962, he set in motion an era of discovery that would change humankind forever. 7 years after he spoke these ambitious words, the world watched as Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first people to walk on the moon. The achievements of the men and women who worked on the space program in these early decades of NASA helped propel the technology we use every day. NASA and the thriving private space industry at Kennedy Space Center today are the living legacy of their story. As we arrive at the Apollo Saturn V Center to learn more about that historic era, get ready to step back into a time when NASA had everything to prove to a nation focused on one goal: to be the first country to land a person on the moon.
Please check around your seats to make sure you have all of your belongings before departing the bus. Wait at the metal doors to enter the Apollo Saturn V.
That is huge.
All right, so there are 13 of these first stages on the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. They were built by the Boeing Company, and they have something in common with a gentleman by the name of Jeff Bezos. You may have heard of him before. He's got a little tiny startup called Amazon you may have heard of. But he's also got a rocket company called Blue Origin. Matter of fact, when you got to the visitor complex, you probably saw Blue Origin buildings a little south of the visitor complex. We're going to be putting together, Blue Origin is, rockets that are called New Glens. Remember, John Glenn's mission was an orbital mission? Well, New Glens will be orbital-oriented rockets, but they will be reusable. We're going to launch them from Pad 36 here at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. Very exciting. But right now, they're launching what they call New Shepards. Those are suborbital, just like Alan Shepard's mission was suborbital. And those launch from West Texas. And by the way, folks, start saving up your lunch money because those are for space tourists. So you can start going with, remember the guy from Good Morning America was one of the people on that one of those missions. Captain Kirk was one of the people who flew on one of those. So, you know, save up that lunch money. You might be able to go too. Remember, this past month, December, we celebrated the anniversary, 50th anniversary of the last time human beings went to the moon, Apollo 17 in December of 1972. What you might not know is there was supposed to be an Apollo 18, 19, and 20, but those missions got canceled. The second and third stage you're about to see would have been from one of those canceled missions. So they are real, but they became leftovers when the missions got canceled out from under them. But they are real as well. All right, so the second stage was built by North American Aviation. They're the same people who built the command and service modules you saw when you first came in the building. And there are pieces of 13 of these on the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. Why pieces? Well, remember, we're coming back through the atmosphere when we ran out of fuel in the second stage at about 15,600 miles an hour, over 100 miles above the surface of the Earth. When you hit the atmosphere that fast, that atmosphere is going to tear this thing apart. Tears it into pieces. It would end up in pieces about 2,500 miles east of the launch site. We call that downrange. So it would end up probably some kind of fish habitat or some kind of coral reefs or something along those lines. But in any event, it would be about 2,500 miles east of the launch site. Not only did we have to figure out where the moon was going to be in 3 days, we had to figure out the effect of the moon's gravity on the spacecraft coming toward it with slide rules. And if you don't know what a slide rule is, imagine 3 really super skinny meter sticks cut off at about a foot. You move the middle one, that's how you get your math answer. Some of them were circular, same idea. No handheld calculators, no iPads. Neil Armstrong, first guy to walk on the moon, brought a handheld slide rule to the moon for last-minute calculations. These people were geniuses. Come on.
Nice.
By the way, that is not a model. That is a real lunar module. That would have been the lunar module for Apollo 15. However, we decided, starting with Apollo 15, to use the lunar rover, the car on the moon. Well, that's awesome, but this is an old school lunar module. It cannot accommodate a lunar rover. So we had to trade this one out for a model that could accommodate a lunar rover. This one became a leftover, but it's every bit as real as the lunar modules that landed people on the moon with Apollo 11, Apollo 12, and Apollo 14. Come on. On the ceiling, there's a cylindrical, silvery simulation of the service module. Now, the service module and the cone-shaped command module, of which we have a model on the ceiling also, realistically, for most of the mission, actually was joined together. In fact, down the hall on the left, that command service module you're seeing is how it looked most of the mission. In fact, it had one name, the CSM, Command Service Module. Toward the end of the mission, we'd get rid of the service module, but pretty much they acted as one. However, I think they separated those out just so you can get an idea of what the individual pieces looked like. Nobody lived on the service module. The service module had fuel for the engines, it had a way to make electricity, it had a way to make water for the astronauts.
I am in line to touch the moon. The moon. Are you sure? But it just feels like a piece of rubber. Interesting. Okay, cool. He's waiting for me to pick an option. Yeah. What would you like to hear? Okay, let's do the first one.
Apollo 17 was selected to go to the Valley of Taurus Littoral, a very difficult and challenging site to land in, but one which we felt very comfortable that we could do. It provided us with a three-dimensional view of the lunar surface, and one which turned out to be far more exciting than even we had anticipated. The Valley of Taurus Littoral is deeper than the Grand Canyon. That is, the mountains on either side go to over 7,000 feet. And therefore, in that narrow valley, only 7 kilometers wide, you have an opportunity to see the structure of the lunar surface in much more detail than we had been able to see anywhere else. It also had some apparent very interesting volcanic features. And it turns out that after we sampled some of those features that we now know that explosive, extremely active volcanoes existed on the moon, not recently as we suspected, but in fact 3.5 billion years ago. That's a long time.
Thank you. I am getting hungry. Let's go see what they have in Monroe Cafe. I want a peanut butter jelly meal. Moon pie. Of course there will be moon pie. All right. Dessert. Nice. Wraps. Salads. Sandwiches. All good. Pizza. Chicken tenders with fries. Also good. And hot dogs. Space hot dog. Space chicken tenders. There is even beer. Bud Light, Budweiser, and White Claw. And soda. And candy. And we're outside of Apollo Center, having a lunch on the bleachers, and there are gators in that water. I haven't seen any, but the sign says so. And those are probably, yeah, those are the launch pads. There is one and there is the other across the water. That's pretty cool. And we're sitting here on the bleachers. And I'm using the bleachers as a table. I'm sitting on one and the other one is my table. Cool. So yeah, if you sit on the bleachers backwards, you can use the higher bench as a table. And I got myself a carrot cake and hot chocolate and a piece of fruit and kids meal. And I'm going to enjoy this lunch and this view and this company. Yeah. My son doesn't want to be in the video. All right, see you later.
Almost like a trial run of Apollo 11.
Wenn es geht, läuft.
Right stuff. Okay, let's go check out their right stuff. T-shirts, of course. So this one is $25. $30. There's a cute bomber jacket for little kiddos. Cute little teddy bears.
Tem pra criança, Thiago, ó. Não tem pra gente.
Oh, that's for sale too. $1,400 for this. is not an option. Apollo 13. That's cool. I like that.
Acho que a gente tem que pagar
I like this one too. Apollo 11.
pra tomar café.
That's nice. Good size too. Oh my god, that's my favorite. Look at this one. What? How much is it? $20. Used for $20. Shot glasses too. G for lunch. Okay. I'm missing something. Alright. Cute. Hey, funny. Oh. Okay. All right. Keychains, of course. Love you to the moon and back. That's nice. $20% off all lunch flight.
Dependendo da missão, né?
Freeze-dried ice cream. Funny. I don't want freeze-dried ice cream. And there is a magnet. Failure is not an option. And more magnets. Oh, and you can pick up the suit for kiddos. And they can do pretend play, and they can wear it later for Halloween, or do like a photo shoot in it. Yeah. Pretty cool. Oh, even jewelry. I like this ones. I like this one too. I really like this hoodie. I think I want one. $45. Oh, look at this size. Yeah, get ready for the 4th of July. What is it? A towel? Yep, it's a towel. Space socks. Patches to sew on the sleeves of your bomber jacket. More patches. It doesn't have to be the sleeve. You can put them on the chest. Oh, globes. What are these things? Are they pins or are they magnets? They are pins. And they are $13, $12.99. I need my space. Yeah, little guys need space too. Even their jammies and their onesies say so. So this was Apollo Saturn Center, Apollo Saturn 5 Center, and it's closed now. Everybody's leaving, and we're gonna go get on the bus again.
When you get back to the visitor center, he has one of his rockets, Mr. Elon Musk, of course. He has one of his rockets inside the Gateway to Space building. Gateway to Space is a brand new exhibit here at the visitor center, and I'm going to show you exactly where it's located at, okay? But first, I want you to make sure you check out Atlantis. Atlantis is the last space shuttle that launched from Launch Pad 39A, right behind us, where SpaceX is temporarily using that launch pad, okay? And this is a real space shuttle, and likewise is the rocket inside the Gateway to Space, okay?
Please allow your neighbors a chance to hear the videos, ladies and gentlemen. Let us all just take time to show kindness towards others. Give everyone a fair and free chance to hear the videos. Our journey to get back is going to take us about 13 minutes. Absolutely no eating on board. Cell phones, if you could, please. Please place those on mute. Please do not place or receive any phone calls while we're on the coach. Remember, the journey's about 10 minutes.
Since 2010, NASA's Commercial Crew Program has been working with American aerospace companies on creating cost-effective access to the International Space Station, or ISS, and other low Earth orbit missions. Launching from right here at Kennedy Space Center, astronauts can travel to the ISS aboard spacecraft developed by private companies SpaceX and Boeing. SpaceX's capsule, Crew Dragon, is capable of carrying up to 7 astronauts and cargo launched on SpaceX's own Falcon 9 rocket. Crew Dragon, upon returning to Earth, splashes down in the ocean in one of 7 different locations on the coast of Florida. These are chosen based on specific criteria such as weather and location of the spacecraft in orbit. On May 30th, 2020, SpaceX launched Demonstration Mission 2, also known as Demo 2, the first crewed test flight of the Crew Dragon. NASA's astronauts Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley launched to the ISS for the final step in improving the reliability of SpaceX's crewed transportation system. With the success of Demo 2, SpaceX is now regularly sending crews to the ISS. Boeing's spacecraft, the CST-100 Starliner, has also undergone orbital flight tests in order to send crews to the space station. It's able to seat up to 7 astronauts and cargo. Starliner launches atop an Atlas V rocket, made by United Launch Alliance, or ULA. Upon its return to Earth, rather than splashing down in the ocean, Starliner deploys airbags to land in the desert of the western United States. Starliner was actually the first American-made human-rated capsule to have landed on land. On September 4, 2015, Boeing opened its commercial crew and cargo processing facility in what was formerly the orbiter processing facility for the Space Shuttle program. This building you'll see adjacent to the VAB boasts a large, colorful mural of the Starliner in orbit. The Commercial Crew Program is allowing private companies to design in the most efficient and cost-effective way, while NASA engineers offer oversight and expertise. While these companies focus on providing transportation services to and from low Earth orbit, NASA is freed up to focus on deep space missions.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, your driver's name is Beverly. You all have a super awesome, blessed day. Enjoy the rest of your day out here visiting with us. Safe journeys back home. Please stay safe, ladies and gentlemen. Stay kind. Be kind. But more than anything, try to be the reason that someone else smiles each day. The reason I say this is because we absolutely do not know what others may actually be going through. You can make someone's day, ladies and gentlemen. Kindness is free. Happy New Year's once again. Safe journeys back home, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Beverly.
The rock granite based stone weighs 10.215 pounds, or 4,633 kilos. And little kids can push it with all that weight. The granite base holds 250 gallons or 936 liters of slightly chlorinated water. Okay, there is a huge line to the store with ice cream, so I don't think we want to stand in it. Let me check out this moon service simulation with craters. That's funny. Yeah. No ice cream. That's okay. Alright, we are leaving. This was fun, and there is so much to do. And we didn't even do half of it. But that's okay. It's not. It might be our first time, but not the last time. We'll be back. See you later. Sharkinator. Alright, so that was our first time at Kennedy Space Center. Money well spent, time well spent. It was very educational and entertaining and emotional and uplifting and inspirational.
And go for launch. OTC.
OTC is go.
TBC.
Tank and booster go.
TTC.
TTC is go.
LPS.
LPS is go.
MILA.
MILA is go.
STM. STM is go. Safety console.
Safety console is go.
SPE.
SPE is go.
LRD. LRD is go. SRO.
SRO is go. You have a range clear to launch.
And CDR. CDR is go. And launch director NTD, our launch team is ready to proceed.
I copy that. I'll do my poll to sign. KC Chief Processing Engineer, verify no constraints to launch.
No constraints.
Thank you, Steve. KC Safety and Mission Assurance.
Safety and Mission Assurance is go.
Payload Launch Manager.
No, you are go.
Range weather.
Launch weather has no constraints to launch.
Atlantis Flow Director.
We'll go.
Atlantis Launch Director. Air to ground 1.
Atlantis go.
Go for main engine start. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7,